outside of it.
There ain't no way you want to paint when you get home from painting.
Hey.
But
Welcome back, all you beautiful people, to the Woken Broke podcast.
Did he just kick it off?
I wasn't even ready, but let's do it.
Let's do this thing. We're on.
We're cracking this
We're
shit.
live on the cast.
Cheers.
Say getting it cracking?
Getting it cracking.
Like
Getting it
6ix9ine's
cracking.
forehead?
Oh my god. You seen that video?
Dude, that is
actually-
wild.
he was
Dude was
bloody.
just trying to have
That
a
shit was-
good workout, and then he just gets
He
jumped
said,
in the
bro,
bathroom.
he said, come on, I want to be famous. Say cheese, bro. And he said that I was weak.
That's what happens, man.
When
People that take that shit seriously,
I mean, he did talk a lot of shit over the years. It was only a matter of time
I know.
before something like this came around to bite him.
it's been longer than I expected, personally.
I'm just surprised he didn't have security with him at the gym, though. You know
Why
what
does
I
he
mean?
go
He never
out?
has security.
Why does he not have
At least
a-
he posts about not having security.
Well, it turns out he doesn't, and he needs it.
Yeah, I swear to
He
God.
definitely needs it.
Does dude not have his own
goofball.
personal gym? Like, why does he gotta go out?
Swear, you're rich. You're
He was
that
probably
rich.
on the road or some shit, you know what I mean? Maybe.
true.
Maybe might.
He still
He was in
tours?
L.A., I thought that happened in L.A.
People still go see him.
Yes, he is. When's the last time he dropped something, man?
Like a year at least. No,
His
more than
body
that.
the other day.
Bro, what do you think about Smoke Perp, man? That guy.
Smoke perp.
Never been a fan.
Me either, bro. He's ass.
Who?
Smoke Perp.
I don't listen to this shit.
Only
Me either,
I'm
bro.
just gonna be
No, I
honest.
listened to one song, and that was it.
Oh, I've listened to more than one song, but
Yeah, no.
yeah, not a fan.
Well, I shouldn't say I just listened to one. It was one that really turned me off. Yeah, I mean, like, he was featured in a lot. He did a lot of features, and there was one song he just twisted me wrong, bro.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Ever since then, it's been fuck that guy. Anyway,
Fuck smoke perp.
hashtag.
Dude.
Creating ops as the episodes go by.
Yeah.
Interesting
Just
strategy.
casually shoot shots.
Yeah, literally. Where's he
mean,
from? You can't go to that city
This
anymore.
guy, this guy right here, bro. He wants to fight Jake Paul. You know, if this podcast ever
that
goes,
would actually
Close
be
up.
nice.
I'm gonna throw hands.
I think you would win.
Bro, he was in the army.
I-
actually
obviously,
give,
bro.
bro, I think he could throw.
he was in the army. That honestly, that has truly nothing to do with it. But
I think that gives him some benefit. You know what I mean? Like,
I know some army motherfuckers who could definitely get beat up.
yeah, but I'm saying like at least
Absolutely.
he got some type of training. Like I get, you know what I mean?
That
Give
is
him his
true,
props.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Bro, I'll just take
Yeah,
the
the
hit.
other guy's a
Don't-
professional
know.
boxer, but I feel
got
He's
it.
not.
He's not.
outta
He
here,
is
bro.
kind of. Yeah, it's tough.
He got
It's
that,
tough to say.
Bro, it's not tough to say. He's a professional boxer. What are you
Dude,
talking about?
his biggest fight was Tyson
Fuck are you
Fury.
talking about?
Realistically speaking,
Tyson Fury.
Fury's
That's
even a
that's not who it was. It wasn't
it?
Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
It was Tyson Fury's little brother.
Yeah, it was
or
Tommy.
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Tommy. He was not fighting Tyson.
And
Fury.
Tommy
Little-
Fury's
he's little
nice,
Tom.
bro. He's not bad. Like that, and they went round for round. Like he's a good boxer.
He fought the tiny Tom Hanks of the Tyson
Listen, man. When
family.
you listen,
Get outta
listen.
here.
When you box that long, though, I give you props. Like he stuck to it.
Bro, he
he's
made $50
doing
million.
it.
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't give a fuck if I got my. Any of you guys
mean-
could beat my face in for $50 million.
Oh,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Like, I
That's,
don't
that's the
care.
whole point. We're trying to, we're trying to get
No,
this
yeah,
man
yeah.
to there. He ain't worried about winning.
Nah, bro.
He's worried about his back carrying that bag out.
Yeah, literally.
Boy's gonna have his fucking back melting.
Oh,
Alex
shit.
Dalton back on the show. How you doing?
What's up, everyone? I'm great. Thank you guys for having me back. It's a pleasure.
Alex, how's it
Welcome,
been, man?
Honestly, since the last time I was here, life has been nothing short of amazing. Life is very good right now. In a very good place. A lot of
Love
good
hearing
things
that.
happening. Life's just great.
He's on top.
Any-
Cheers. Yeah,
any-
cheers for
Any
that?
crazy things
Little
you'd like to discuss or talk about?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and like the things that have happened in my life since the last time I was here are focused a lot around business, and
As you do.
it's an interesting time to be in business, especially the business that I'm in, which is mostly I work a lot in like startup communities, right? So like entrepreneurship, startup, investing. And the United States isn't really in the best place right now for that type of stuff,
Really?
I don't think it's in the best space for anything right now.
Yeah, it's not really
especially
in the best
economically.
space for
It's
anything,
fucked
man.
up.
It's
What's like specifically about entrepreneurship and that is not beneficial here in America for you?
Yeah, so like specifically with startups, SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, recently tanked.
yeah.
They went under. The FDIC and the Fed had to back them up. They, fully insured all depositors, which was great. But it does this thing where it's a lot of psychology, right? So like people now have a great distrust in this system, and this system really greatly affected startups. In the position that I'm in right now and the work that I do, has a lot to do with raising money for startups. It has a lot to do with working with companies to grow them, grow organizations and stuff like that. And it's kind of just a really hard time to do that in America right now. Whereas, during the pandemic, when Donald Trump was president, things were firing on all cylinders, especially tech. I forgot, I left out a big part that I work a lot in tech, a lot of cutting edge technology, AI stuff. And, as much as it might seem like that stuff's rolling right now, it's kind of a hard time for people to raise money. And it's only like the big players that are winning right now. It's hard for small guys to make it in the U.S. as of the past 6 weeks.
With tech especially, I mean, I was just at an event last night with EV chargers because they're popping up everywhere. And they're trying to find, they got a lot of funding for it because it's through the government. But they're having a very hard time, trying to sell these things because they got the fast chargers, still 20 minutes. They're trying to bite as much power as they can off the grid. And then in the end, they're trying to build up a force as of AAA, how they come and fix your car.
Yeah.
So they're trying to have a battery packed truck come around when your battery dies, if you can't find something to charge your car with.
That'd be cool.
They come around, and this is the issue that I have with it, is they're trying to fight, climate change and all that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're gonna have a diesel truck carry that big ass battery.
I swear. What about Rivian?
Turn on that
All
generator.
those trucks.
Turn on that generator to come.
What's the other one? It begins with an N. Rivian is the one truck brand, and then there's I forget it. These big tractor trailers that are electric.
Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about? I forget the name of the company.
I do know what you're talking about, and they're having a problem.
I know,
especially in the north, in the northeast, and anywhere with hills and shit.
I bet.
The Chevy Volt can't go up a hill without
Really?
decreasing in speed.
That's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. Bro. I would rather drop it in first
I don't
gear
know.
and fucking rip up that hill.
Yeah.
No, it's fucked one.
That's just me though.
No, I'm with you.
And in the cold, when it hits a certain battery, the battery dies fast as
Swear
fuck.
to
Some dude, his
God.
battery died in 18 minutes when he left the house.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I've heard that about Tesla owners. A lot of them say, it just sucks in the winter. If you live in a place like Florida or Texas or California where the weather is 72 all year round, or even hotter than that, you're good. Battery's gonna last you forever.
Oh yeah.
But when you're up here in the north, that shit isn't really worth it.
Not like a Minnesota winter, bro.
Oh, you're done for. You can't
Taking
have
that
a
Tesla and bending it right over. I mean,
You guys seen the Rivian trucks? You ever seen the Rivian trucks?
No, not even.
I've heard about them. I don't think I've actually.
I've
seen
only
them.
seen one. This guy, he comes into my dad's shop with them all the time. He loves it. He can control it with his phone. It's sick. I watched him pull it across the street one time from his phone. No one was inside of
That's
it. I was
fire,
like, That's
man.
insane.
That's kind of hard.
Get that shit
Swear.
hacked, or you got a wild truck on the loose.
Swear, that's the stuff that gets me about all this, man, is how much they're run by computers and just how volatile computers can be.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You get one cookie thrown in that thing. One virus, one cookie.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're going 90 down the street.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
No, that shit would be wild. Imagine hacking somebody's car. That's gonna be
I don't
like
think
the
you have to
future.
imagine
Some
it,
Watch
bro.
watchdog
Dogs.
shit.
You don't need to
Yeah, some
imagine it,
watchdog
bro.
shit.
It's real.
It's gonna be eventually to the point to where your keys are literally just gonna be a button, and someone's gonna walk up with a ledger object
yeah,
and just
brother,
walk up to
bro.
your car and unlock your shit.
You're gonna go into the gas station to buy a fucking Red Bull, come out, and your car's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
That would suck.
And the best part about it is
It's gonna be in a
take
high-speed
it.
pursuit with no one in the driver's seat.
Exactly.
That's hilarious, yo. What if, man, that's crazy.
Imagine if someone dude, we're giving too many ideas out right now.
I'm on it, though.
I'm always
Hey,
thinking.
it's like we're the crime syndicate.
I'm always thinking menacingly, dude. It's terrible.
Well, I feel like with that, have you guys seen Black Mirror? You know the one
Yeah.
episode where all the cars were just kind of commercialized taxis,
Mhm.
and you just call it in, and then it drives you, and then it fucking takes off. And
You think
leaves. I
that'll be
feel
the
like-
wave?
Yeah, instead of because if everyone's gonna have these cars,
People like personal
everyone's gotta
shit,
be
though.
True.
They
No,
definitely
I'm
do.
not saying it has to be. I feel like that'll be more publicized.
I think you're right, dude. When I was in New York City just a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago,
yeah.
they have shit like that, self-driving cars. They're like Ubers. You can call them. Not a lot, but you can't
Yeah,
go
yeah.
outside the boundaries of Midtown New York City with them.
Mm.
But still, you can call a car that doesn't have a person in it.
You know what would be wild though? Imagine the afterwards, the cleanup, because imagine a drunk person hopping in an
Oh,
Uber,
yeah,
throwing
no,
up,
no.
and it's
Oh,
it just goes from one
that's
ride
true.
to the next. So it's if
That's
there's no one to
super
really
true.
stop it, what happens?
You know what?
See that? I'm on that creative. I'm on that creative control shit.
But
right
a
now.
solution would be you just have
Come
a
on,
person,
Elon, sign me up.
a person with a camera inside 20 different cars.
Yeah,
and they
there's
can just
definitely-
watch 20 different cars at once.
You'll pay that
Yeah.
guy.
And yeah, you pay that guy, but
There
it's
you go.
20 less than you would used to have at a taxi business where you have to pay 20 people to operate the cars. Now you just have a robot that operates the cars and one person for every 20 vehicles.
Dude, the
to
most
watch
despicable shit would still be happening. I think.
No,
You'd have
you're
to
right.
Hear me
bang
out,
in,
hear me
do
out.
whatever in them.
You
That
have
would be
cameras in the cars,
crazy.
and then like you have an account linked to it. They know
Maybe
who
you have to
are.
pay more to bang or throw up.
Like, definitely, bro.
Like you have to
you
pay
have
extra
premium
money for them.
options.
You know damn well you're
Turn
getting
off the
charged,
camera.
bro. As soon as that shit leaves, even a cough is probably $5.
Yeah,
Like,
it costs $5.
Fucking throw
COVID.
it, bro. You check your
Hey.
car the next day, it's dry. It's bone dry.
Dude, that'd be fucked up. Imagine if you were sick, you come back, you're bankrupt.
It's fucked up, bro. You wake up the next day, you go to check your card, empty, done.
Oh, dude, that happened to me on a spin scooter once.
You wonder
Hey,
why?
yo, I was there.
You wonder why, bro? Notification pops up on your phone. You're fucked. And what happened? Yeah, go back to that. Spin
Oh,
scooter,
this is
bro.
bad.
Did it
was
take?
a
Did it
snowy
take your
night.
wallet?
It was fun, man. I had a fun night. It was just too fun, man. We were
remember
down on the
fun
south side and drinking. This is pre-enclave days, so
Pre-enclave.
your guys' favorite
Oh
spot
my
wasn't on the
goodness.
list of things
Yeah,
to do,
this-
but
this guy-
Hey, Jimmy D's
this
was
guy-
open. I mean,
yeah, this was your Jimmy D's era. I'm drinking. It's snowing out, and yeah, I just wanted to go home. I'm Irish, so I hit an Irish goodbye.
Go.
And I dipped out. I grabbed a spin scooter, and I live about 5 minutes away from the south side up this mountain. I live on Mount
Dude.
Oliver, the mountain. And I grabbed this spin, and it's snowing out to the point where cars are slipping. So I want you to imagine how much this spin scooter was slipping. So I made it about not even halfway, probably 1/4 of the way, and I realized I'm not making this. But I was done for, like shit-faced. So I was just in the middle of the road doing donuts in a spin scooter for a while. And then my roommate Jimmy Spinelli and a couple other heads pulled up on me in the car. They were like, "Where have you been? Where are you?" And I was like, "Yeah, you guys are right." So I just launched the spin scooter in the middle of the road, got in the car, and we drove away. And I
As
had
you
never,
should.
I never really
As you
stopped it from running.
The funniest part is when we pulled up, like we literally were like, "Where the fuck did Alex go?"
Bro, I'm
Like,
doing
and then
donuts in the middle of
Yeah,
the
no, like,
road.
I want you to
bro. It was
understand, like, this dude was
awesome.
Tokyo drifting side to side, like literally fucking back and forth. Like, it was the funniest shit we seen.
It was
Pulled up
awesome.
on him, we were just dead.
I was having
the
a great
whole car,
time. bro.
we just start yelling at him out the window, and immediately he just looked fucking through. He bombed the
Hey,
scooter. It was funny as hell.
Dude, yeah, we have.
Sorry, spin scooter.
Imagine if there were cars.
We stole a spin scooter one night.
Where is it?
We just, well, we should say
I'm
we also,
indicting you.
we also disposed of the spin scooter the same night. We just dropped it back off in a different location.
in a different location.
That sounds a lot better when I put it like that.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
that's what you do
Picked it
whenever you
up
ride
on the
one.
land and dropped it back off in
Well, bro,
the river.
I got a
Yeah.
I got a truck,
He
bro.
said I had to
seen
dump it real
I
quick.
seen it just beeping, just scootering. You know, just fucking. I was
Oh,
like,
those are
you're-
the worst. I hate that noise.
I was like, you're coming with me.
You're coming
saved
with
it.
me.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it
did
was
something.
yelling out in distress, and we were
I was
like,
like, please
no.
take me, and I was like, I'll take you somewhere.
It was
I did.
screaming, "Help! Help! Don't take me! Don't take me!"
Stranger
Don't
nature.
don't let these assholes take me.
Dude, have you ever seen Taken?
Yeah.
Dude, literally,
I
it's
will
like the
find
scene
you.
underneath the bed where she's on the phone and then literally fucking, what's it called?
She just gets yoinked out.
Yeah, literally.
That's the scooter
The
That's the
scooter's getting
scooter.
yoinked.
getting taken.
Those are fun, man.
Oh,
Solid first date.
Dude, early 2010s comedies.
Spin
they
scooter,
fucking
bro. You
hit.
take a chick.
I
Out
took
to
Jeremy on
eat.
the spin scooter.
On
Yeah,
a-
we
oh,
went on. Yeah.
Okay. That's not what I was
Tandem.
thinking of, but
Tandem.
hey, baby,
Oh,
when we're at
shit.
spin scooters.
Imagine that being a first date. Like, hey, baby,
Dude,
you want
I'm
to go
t-
down to the
bro,
point? Go get
I don't
a
have to
scooter,
imagine
go
it.
take
It
a
works.
I don't have to imagine.
It works, bro. Take her
said
out
you-
for a quick bite.
You have experience.
Yeah, bro, quick
Maybe,
bite.
maybe you
In
could
the summer.
describe it.
In the summer,
Maybe
bro.
you could describe
Obviously
what happened.
You're not gonna take her Tokyo drifted on a winter night, bro. I know that. That's all I was saying. Just you know, it's out a little quick bite and then spin scooter around. Oh my God, chase me in the park.
Bro, ain't it,
Hey,
ain't it crazy as fuck what humans come up with, like, invention-wise?
Yeah.
Bro, don't even get me
Goddamn
started.
scooter, bro. That's just the least. Like, that's the most basic
Well, it's
one.
like wheels with a fucking board.
I know,
one
but it's
that-
so fun.
The one that blows my mind is
So-
NFC technology, like
NFC.
Apple Pay, Apple Pay and shit like that.
Yeah,
Scan,
yeah, yeah.
They're gonna
like
have a
proximity
You're gonna have a
scans.
tag soon in your
A
hand,
chip.
bro.
They already have that. Not soon. It already works.
Yeah,
That
not,
is
for,
already
not
a
for me,
real
though.
thing.
You know what I mean? I ain't doing that. Nah.
You
What
know,
if they got in your bloodstream?
They probe me, bro.
the only thing in my blood is THC, baby.
I got
we
the
know.
vax.
Is that the
I'm
only
already got a
thing,
tracking
bro?
device.
That is
in
the
there.
only thing. my last two brain cells have disappeared years ago. I've been
They still
feeling
do. They
myself.
fight. They fight sometimes. They fight when you freestyle.
Hey,
You be killing it when you freestyle.
no, I'm fucking.
Bro, you should freestyle right now.
Give me a little beat. Back a little beatbox.
Oh, you got it.
Back again. Back with friends. Back on the pod and we acting up.
Ooh,
Go
hey.
tell them that we doing this shit.
Acapella.
Right back in this bitch. Yeah.
That was the opener.
That
right
was
there, bro.
awesome.
We should have did that
Right.
intro.
Bro,
We're
intro. That's the
Right there.
Welkenberg intro right there.
It would just be a black screen, bro, and we'll all just into the mic, and Spencer would pop out like motherfucker, whatever, and that's it.
I'll be like bitches immediately.
Yeah,
Bro, tell him about the
yeah.
studio.
He cannot go.
Tell him about the
He cannot
studio
go
the
one
other
episode
night.
without it.
Oh yeah, so the other night I got
Yeah.
to meet the owner of Tonic Studios and basically just got a nice little private tour.
Hell
Got to
yeah.
bullshit with him. Basically got some like nice little rates for getting the studio for a day. So boys are about to get
That's
the
what we
project
like to
going.
fucking
I was just about to do that, bro. I was just about
He
to
said
do
put
that.
it to your mouth.
I was just looking at that angle, like, yeah.
He was like, and let me tell you something, man.
Let me tell you guys
I love it, bro.
Hey,
The best is when we're doing street interviews and Spins like,
holds the mic away from his
He'll-
mouth and starts talking,
he'll be like,
bro.
so yeah, that's how it is, and then he'll pull it back to him.
I know when they're talking, like, hold it to them while he's talking, and then pull it back to them when they start
and
talking.
me and Trevor were sitting there holding the camera on the other side,
What are you doing, bro?
just stone face, bro.
Cause like I forget, like I'll literally, like I'll be in the
We
moment so
still
much
love
with
you.
it to where
We
it's
love you,
like,
bro.
We love you,
like
bro.
I just zone out, I zone in.
Just
Like,
Mike was
especially
out.
Do you zone out or zone in?
Well, I do a little bit of both
at the same time.
I feel like
at
it's
the
it's
same
healthy.
damn time,
He
bro.
zones out and in at the same time. This
Dude.
guy's a living zigzag.
A living
my-
zigzag.
Dude,
That's fire, bro.
it's crazy though. Like I zone out whenever they'll start, like when people start just saying like just anything, but like I'll zone in whenever I get some good dialogue and I can like feed off of it.
I feel you, bro. We've actually.
I'm sorry, but I don't know. It probably doesn't get picked up on the mics, but I'm loving this ambiance you got in here with the.
I hope it doesn't
low,
get picked
low
up, bro.
music.
Very low music. Jeremy hates it if it gets picked up on the mics.
Yeah, he probably hates it with that editing. I know it's a bitch and a half, bro. I just know it's a
I'll get
bitch
a,
and a
I'll get a
half.
Snapchat
bro.
at 2 a.m, and it'll just be like, "Fuck you."
That's funny because
From
he's
your
still
end.
editing the fucking audio. I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. In my studio, there are recording studios next to me, bro. So they record sometimes while I'm recording. I went over today. I was like, look, bro, it's just the bass. It's just the bass, bro. I need you to turn, because, bro, I'm in like the middle of like a conversation with a doctor, and it's like, boom. Some trap music, bro.
Everything's shaking on the table. He's like, "Yeah, so
Oh, trap beats. And
Hey,
I was
Alexa.
like, I was like, brother, please just
Turn
keep
down
it
the
down.
volume by 5.
that's fuck, man. He wants that's no
He
music.
muted that shit.
He's
Did
done
I?
with it.
There wasn't even five
you
ticks on
enjoyed
there.
it.
I was
It
like,
was
he's like,
fine.
fuck you, mute that.
He's like, "Oh, Alex, you enjoy that? Yeah, fuck you."
Dude, oh my. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, it is off.
What's
My
up?
I feel
bad.
like the club culture. What do you
Club
guys
culture?
think about it?
Despicable.
Awful.
No, I'm saying like
But we're still going.
Yeah.
I'm saying
you
like
mean by-
not the club culture. I mean the atmosphere and the aspect of like
You love it.
I love dancing. Like I love going out just
Dancing's
being a
fun.
fucking goofball. Like I can't dance for fuck, but like
Hey,
I
man,
just, I enjoy
respect
it.
that.
Like realistically,
No, we
it's
see
just
you.
fun.
We see you just cutting up some random
you
times,
get
bro.
that.
Hey, I have my moments,
Yeah.
but moments. You feel me?
Yeah, they come and go. Well, no, the problem I had with the bar crawl was I ran out of all my finishing moves before a certain time. Like I already danced all my finishing moves, and I was like, I'm going the fuck home. Like I did all my shit.
That's
long
hilarious.
That's
I
funny.
ran out. It's like Mortal Kombat.
Dude,
I
I
ran out
feel
of
you.
all my
Speaking-
finishing moves. I'm going home.
What is your finishing move? Could you describe it to me?
I think
I've probably seen it, but
bro, I
backflip.
don't even-
It has to
it's-
be a good
You guys
I
know
start
what my
the shoulders, bro. I
finishing-
get up in there.
Oh wait, no,
and then I
yours
go
is
right
this.
into a backflip.
you
Or
guys
corn
know. Oh, the
This is
backflip
a-
is definitely your
this is-
finishing move,
If
bro.
y'all could see my legs under the table, you would know how sturdy I get.
He does get
Me
pretty
too.
damn
So
sturdy.
sturdy, he
real.
gets stable.
Stable out here, extra balanced. Damn, I sound like I'm selling sturdy.
You are sturdy.
I feel like I'm selling
New
it
Balance.
mad, yeah.
New Balance, bro.
Get stable.
You get an and one deal from Shaq.
Hey,
I
yo.
wish, bro. I wish, bro. We have a dude who actually got shouted out by Shaq.
Really?
We know a guy, yeah. Hunter.
Hunter? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, Hunter.
Hunter
Shout out to
Grimes,
Hunter.
Shout out to you, bro. You've been killing it.
That's hard.
Dude,
His shit gets reposted everywhere to fucking
ESPN.
ESPN.
He was gonna be on America's Got Talent, but
Wait, what does he do?
We're gonna have to have
Unfortunate
him
series events. Yeah, dude.
Wait, what does he
Definitely get him on.
yeah. What does he do?
do? Yeah.
parkour.
He does do
social
parkour
media.
for running, but he creates content. So like, pretty much any type of content that
Funny
comes his
guy?
way.
I sometimes.
Funny guy, sports, pretty much anything. that'll bring up either like controversy or just make people laugh.
Is he an athletic type?
He's athletic,
He is athletic.
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Damn.
But it's pretty badass because he's getting millions of views, man. Like, he's really out here doing it. He dropped out of college to pursue content.
That's hard.
And a lot of people were against that. You know what I mean? A lot of people were like, that's fucking dumb. But you got to see the amount of, like, pride he has in himself in just knowing that he's going to make it.
Yeah.
Like, it did
Plus,
not phase
he's
him.
having fun while doing
That's
it.
crazy
The most
because
fun.
like if
He's
you
having
really
the most
look
fun.
at it, like there's a YouTuber, his name's Destroying, and he played for a college football team back like when you
Central
couldn't-
Florida.
Yeah, Central Florida, and literally like you couldn't. He got told he couldn't make YouTube videos or he couldn't play. So eventually he just decided like, oh, I'm not gonna play football, and then realistically like now he makes how much money doing YouTube? Life's how much
Well,
better
the laws
from it.
changed.
Yeah.
So like before the NIL laws changed, just about a year and a half, 2 years ago, that's why he had to quit, because he chose YouTube over that. And the reason he has so many followers nowadays is because he chose that path before anyone else did. And he's still one of the best kickers. I mean, like, he runs these camps now where people come in. I mean, he gets millions and millions of views. And yeah, you're right. He's probably a millionaire at this point, if not more.
Oh,
You know, I mean, that's a huge respect, you know. I have the most respect, I don't know about you guys, but I have the most respect for people that follow what they really want to do in the
Yeah.
face
Thank
of
you.
everyone else in their life telling them that it is the wrong choice. You know, I've been there. I think, a lot of us at the table have probably been there, bro. Like, you have to do what you love, you know, and even if that means for a while that you have to struggle, then it's worth it if you're doing what you like.
That is beyond true.
And
man.
Destroying definitely did that, you know. I think
That's
a lot
why
of
too,
people
like when it
are very
comes to like the
successful.
podcast and music, like it doesn't feel like a job. Like this shit just is fun.
Oh, this
like,
is so fun.
This is
Yeah,
this is like strictly entertainment for us. Like I enjoy the
We
fuck
just
out
do
of
this
shit.
anyway.
This is so fun. We're
why
gonna
not make a show
I'll be
about it?
honest
keep
with you
doing
too.
this,
Like
yeah.
literally, over throughout the years, like I remember coming across so many people to where they would say like, why the fuck don't you guys have like a YouTube channel and just like do funny shit? Because like me and all my friends, like we're very social types. We'll go walk up, talk to people, and just like have a good time. Like we like to vibe out, little social butterflies. And I kid you not,
I don't like when you put it that way.
I know. I just try to make it a
Spread
little
your wings
funny.
and fly,
But my whole point is like literally like I would walk up to people and like I know how to do a little bit of magic, like just some shit that like makes
Oh,
you think.
right.
Your magic
No,
tricks
no.
are a
Motherfucker,
thing
yeah.
of legend.
He
bro.
don't just like to do magic. This
thing
this
of a
calculator
legend.
trick, I've never seen.
I've seen it probably 1,000 times.
Oh no, that's what I mean. But
Just
I've never,
gets better and better. He
but
keeps
I've never
practicing.
seen it not work on a crowd of girl, bro.
It's crazy.
And the wildest part is it goes past that because like I remember in situations to where like okay, back whenever I was like what 15, 16 going on vacation with like literally almost like no money, I would go like literally up to shop owners and I would be like, "Oh, like I'm a magician, like if I could do a trick that would blow your socks off, maybe I could get like a basket of fries or like some shit like
Dude,
that."
yeah, we did that
and
with
literally
flips
like
and
no, it's
that
crazy.
Dunkin'
Like,
Donuts.
Well, the one day we had this little like comp thing going on. I was telling
shout
Spence-
out to Manco Pizza in New Jersey.
I was telling Spence
You
we
remember the name? That's hard.
Hell yeah. They fed me for a week. I was eating good Italian.
were at this mall
Pizza.
and Spinelli is like
Pause.
this motherfucker. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do magic tricks, and I was like, I'm gonna do a backflip and see how much like shit we can get. And this was a while back. This man got food. He was about to get ass over it. I'm talking. He just scoured the whole mall. They were about to give him clothes and shit. I mean, he's a magic man.
I like to make magic happen.
That's
It's
him.
magical.
He runs on FM.
Speaking of that,
Fucking magic.
if anybody ever
Streaming on
like is
FM.
interested in like the tarot card aspect of stuff, my actual card that I always pull is the Magician, which is pretty interesting. Like I've gotten probably like 30 readings and I've pulled it an easy 28 times. Like it's fucking
The
ridiculous.
statistics are pretty straightforward.
Bro,
Yeah, no, like it's
are you
almost
an
like every-
Aquarius?
No,
He
literally, I
had
keep
that
track.
ready. He had those stats prepared.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
those
no,
are
he
in
was-
the notes.
he was like,
You're on the
no,
edge of this natural light candy.
Because I'll literally get it like my reading from my one friend Bobby. You guys all
Oh,
know.
we should get Bobby on.
We need
Yeah,
to
no,
keep
talking
fuck
about
yeah.
this.
Dude, he
Sorry,
actually,
man, you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, no,
He's
he
going to New York City.
yeah.
Every
He's
time.
got
Good
casted
for
for
him.
a TV show. I don't know
Oh,
if we can
dude.
really
Good
say
for him.
anything about
Like
it.
today,
but
bro. He literally
yeah.
texted us today. He got casted in a Netflix series.
Bobby, sorry
Netflix series.
sorry,
Oh,
bro,
yeah,
but
bro.
shout out to you.
Shout out to Bobby Petrosky.
Even if you don't want people to know yet,
Yeah,
They're gonna
congrats.
know.
Government out
sorry.
there, bro. That's wild.
Dude. I had to. I love him. Gotta put his shit out there. Robert Martin on Instagram.
It's 50-50. I feel like he might love it. I don't know.
No, he'll
Love
vibe
it,
with
hate it, either
He'll
way.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
It happened.
Shown love, shown
Yeah,
respect.
there's no going back.
Congrats.
But
That's one thing we've never done on this podcast is we've never stopped shooting halfway through any reason. Like, it is a one-take go. Like, we don't stop. And I love that.
That's the vibe.
Why would you stop?
I don't know. I feel like some people, get like choked up for what they say. Like, oh no, I don't want to say that. It's
Fuck
gonna make me
that,
look
dude.
like this. But
The
we're
brand
always
is
like,
authenticity.
Exactly.
The brand is
Authentic.
raw. The brand is we mean.
We
what
go
say.
raw.
We go right.
He said we mean what we
I
say.
maybe meant that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Mike.
Don't wrap it up. Be
All
a man.
right, hold
Be a
on.
man. No.
Sponsorship from Trojan still on the table, bro. Don't throw it off just yet.
Yo, fuck a Trojan
Don't throw
sponsorship.
it off
I'm going
just
for the
yet.
Magnum sponsor.
There's
Magnum.
still a Trojan.
I'm trying to
bro.
get something that I can
That's the
actually
company,
use.
bro.
That's the
Bro, it's still a condom company, all right?
It's still the company.
We're not fighting over which company we can get in the sponsors. We're just fighting over like any sponsor.
I'm trying to get something I can use. You feel me? I want something that's productive.
This
Like,
motherfucker,
if
man.
I get a sponsorship from anybody, like realistically
You thought
speaking, like
beforehand, how can I slip this in?
yeah,
How can I get this in there?
not even. Literally.
He's calling like, we're Magnum. Just saying.
Have you
but-
ever seen Always in Sunny?
You can't even
no.
say it, bro. Get out of here.
Dog, my
Get out of here.
In Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's one scene where Frank's walking by in this carnival, and he literally drops like a whole pack of fucking Magnum condoms, and he goes, "Oh no, I dropped my Magnum condoms for my Magnum dong." Literally, it's amazing.
I can't wait to put your face over Frank Reynolds.
Oh my god.
Literally, bro.
Jeremy's over here like this.
He's like, I'm thinking of the editing while we do this.
Let me
Dude.
store that for later.
I fucking love it.
My man
That's why I
saved
love
it.
the TV references
Oh.
too, because like it just takes me back, and I get to see you just chew.
You a big Always
Bro.
Sunny fan?
Big
That
Always
fucking-
Sunny in Philadelphia.
That
never
Drake
really
and
got
Josh
into that,
edit
man.
though.
Shit was amazing, to be honest with
That
you.
Drake
Is it
Josh
still
had it on
going or
fire.
no?
Took up
Uh,
some.
it- no,
I've
it
spins
is
in the passenger
definitely
seat
still
too. It
going.
looks so real.
I didn't know that.
Sorry.
It looked surreal.
Hi.
Oops, I dropped my Magnum vape for my
Dude.
Magnum lungs.
Dude. Little thing I might toss out here. I definitely shouldn't be saying this because it's kind of like, oh, fuck it, it ain't too top secret. But Netflix is coming to East Pittsburgh, and they're going to be using the family company's building
Hey,
to
yo.
eat their lunch at for a day.
To eat their lunch?
But Scarlett Johansson's on the set.
Yeah, I might have to
So-
So my thing is, if I'm gonna just put this out there, I got the mini mics ready. If she's at that building, I'm getting a 15-minute interview with Scarlett Johansson.
Hey, yo.
It will happen.
That's
I'm
big.
running in that bit. That's Black Widow, bro. That's
That's
Lucy.
big.
Do your thing with
That
the
is
mics,
weird.
man.
Thing,
I'm gonna be
21,
waiting outside
do
to
your
get
thing,
her
21.
number, bro. I'm gonna be out there
Trying to
waiting.
talk to her like, and
Outside, bro. I'll be inside. I'll be like, hey, yo, come on.
I'm gonna let you guys strike out first. So she's been worn down by the fourth time.
See,
Then
you-
I'm
you already-
outside, kicked back, like
oh, what happened?
I'm a
She's
local
gonna
baby.
she's
What's
gonna
up?
pull out the SUV and whatever little truck she came in. Literally,
Bro, she's
gonna
an
drive
Avenger,
right by.
bro.
You'll be holding a little sign saying, "Take me
she's
with
stopping
you."
that
I will.
She's an
Just
Avenger,
might,
bro.
man.
I might have to walk in
Crazy.
with the sign. I'll be like, "Hey, I'm the driver."
When is this?
And
I'll
it's
start working out. I'll do the best to get on my Chris Hemsworth, bro.
That's what I've been doing.
I
bro.
should.
Push up. Like before we shot this pod, I was over there just push ups. All
When
the
did
time.
when did you find this out though?
Yesterday.
Yes.
So when are they coming?
That's the thing. I think they're coming within like the next. I think it's next month.
That's pretty
Ooh,
soon.
That's yeah.
So it's pretty soon. It's pretty wild. And what happened was they were trying to like, cut a deal on like how much do we have to pay you to do this. My dad negotiated some shit, and then they're gonna be in there.
They said, "Hi, we would like to."
But
rent
they're
out
they're
your-"
using our whole lot though. Like so had that or had.
Wait, is this a parking lot activity? Yo, is this
No,
like
I
a grill?
think they're
A
inside.
grilling out.
But they have these trailers, like the filming trailers.
Yeah.
They're using like the back lot for the trailers.
park
and
the
shit.
trailers,
Yeah,
yeah.
like film.
What
don't
a
know
weird
what it's
place
about.
to like put on. I'm not trying to dox anyone here, so let's not disclose that. But what a weird place.
What?
Over at
East Pittsburgh?
yeah.
Oh no, they shoot.
Thinks is like, bro, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
trying to
that's
say?
right.
This is crazy.
Like literally, I live right
Think
there.
about.
Like, I'm not even a minute away.
I just had a conversation about this, about like just the infrastructure in East Pittsburgh and shit, bro. I grew up in North Braddock, which is like, attached to it. But fucking, you got Out of the Furnace for Christian Bale, you got Batman, all these movies that were like shot in a shit ass location,
Yeah.
just so happened to be legit East Pittsburgh.
Bro, but even
Dude.
before that, East Pittsburgh was popping back in the day.
well, here's the thing.
Like a lot of people
Pittsburgh
in
is
World War
awesome,
II
you
went
know
from
what I
East
mean?
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
There was a whole
literally,
battalion
it's
from
the
East
same
Pittsburgh in World War II.
Oh, for real? No, you got the mill. You got the battalion what you're talking about. You got
It was cracking.
Westinghouse. They did like the first
Swear.
KDK radio broadcasting in 1920,
Swear.
which is pretty fire.
In the like
Some
in the
local
United
history.
States,
was
What's
spit
bro.
right
that,
now. Yeah, right. Literally
The first one.
15 minutes from here.
It's crazy.
What's that Seth Rogen movie? It's like
The Pickle?
Let's make a porno.
Yeah, Zack and Mary make a porno.
Zack-
That was
Zack
in
and Mary.
Monroeville.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Swear.
The Pickle
old
ones, I
Dairy
didn't see
Queen.
yet.
Swear, I've
That
been
was
in there, and I would
Or
think
actually, the new Dairy Queen. My bad.
to myself, Zack and Mary make a porno.
Dude,
While I was
I
eating
just
my
watched
Blizzard.
that like
Every
a
time.
couple
yeah.
weeks ago. I'm just like, hey yo, like I drove.
Ralph's.
On that
They go to
fucking road
Ralph's
and
in
shit.
yeah.
Monroeville
like,
in the
holy
movie.
shit.
It's still there.
Yeah, no,
Bro, you know
it's
we went to
crazy.
Carrie Furnace?
Who?
You know Carrie Furnace? How we snuck in there that one time?
That's dope.
Bro,
I almost
Yeah,
threw
if
an
you
event
live in
there.
the area, so you
I
know.
almost threw an event at Carrie Furnace.
Bro, you should still.
Honestly, so for Creatives
Let's
in
go
the
get
Cloud,
pictures.
dude, I was between that Carrie Furnace and PPG.
I was about to check something.
Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah, up on top.
Yeah, we climbed the
Yeah,
crane.
yeah, yeah.
At
That's
Carrie
sick.
Furnace. Fire.
You guys like the event? They throw events there, right?
They do throw events there, and I have not been to one over there yet. I
I have
haven't
the
been to.
Turner's event there.
The only time I've been in there is when they
100
weren't
year
open
anniversary or
yet. Like
something.
when they were shut down, like building. I snuck in, like climbed the gate to climb the crane.
That's sick.
But I feel like it'd be way sicker to go see a show there.
Yeah, like they do
I'm
cool
trying to.
events there, man. I almost did Creatives in the Cloud there before I did
Dude.
the PPG building.
I don't know which one would be like.
That's all right.
PPG is still sicker to me. Just
Yeah,
for
it was
events,
the
'cause
city
it's
vibe.
It's in the clouds, like.
And yeah,
you
the
literally
thing
can't
was
beat
the
that.
name was Creatives in the Cloud, so yeah, like we
Yeah,
were
it was
literally in the
fire.
clouds with it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
That's
Yeah.
better.
When we were on the way down, I was like, bro, he's really smart for that.
Thank you. I
That-
fucked with it.
That was
It
some.
a good vibe.
That was some witty shit.
I got this is another thing that's been of the last week. This development, but I'll probably be throwing somewhere between 20 and 30 events between now and next year, March, whatever today is.
Bro, if you need a bartender for some of them.
Yeah,
Come
you
on,
need
bro,
a
shut the fuck up.
photographer, bro.
You know I need a photographer
I
and a
got you,
bartender.
bro.
You know I need both of those things.
You know I'll get you your photos.
Shut the fuck up.
day-
You
the next
will.
day.
Swear to God. Like, shouts to Jeremy, bro. Gets the fucking shit done
get that
the
shit
next
done.
day,
If-
bro.
I mean, for
fastest
y'all.
turnaround of anyone.
For y'all,
bro.
if it's for me to. forever.
If you need someone for crowd control, let me know.
That's
Crowd control.
You're just gonna be
Hey.
there, man. you don't really have anything
That's
to
what I
do.
mean.
You shouldn't be there.
I'll be going for.
Phone down. what was that? Good. Say it one more time. No.
Say it into the
I don't think
mic.
they heard it.
It's like say it loud, say it proud, say it with your
Oh
chest.
no, you say it every episode. I'm
He
sure they
says
used
it
to now.
every time.
Which we still do wonder, like, why can't you just call them girls or
Ladies.
ladies?
This isn't.
Women.
This is just an ongoing trend.
It is. It is. I love to hear the different shit
I
you
didn't
call
Is
bring
it
it up
rap
this
music
time.
that influences you, bro? Is it propaganda that you see on the internet?
It could be.
One time I heard 50 Cent talk about his advertising, and he literally said, like, they tried telling him he couldn't say something for a commercial, and he literally looked at them and was like, well, I'm a rapper. I can. And they literally let it go. And he was
That's
able to
hard.
do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Realistically,
You have to be like that.
Yeah, you
did. Like,
I'll
I'll
never change that. I
Yeah,
just like
no.
fuck with you.
Yeah, no, I love it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, keep saying how you feel, bro.
Old Spigs.
Dude, I literally, it's the same thing as people who follow their dreams and shit. If people have a belief and they do not budge, even if it's against what you believe in, you still have to give them credit for, like, damn, they're sticking to their shit.
I agree.
There's power in that. I'm sorry.
I can't change my vocabulary. I'm sorry.
There's power in that.
It's
There
like,
is
look at me.
power.
There's women, and then there's bitches. The difference is, one has class, and the other one I don't want to touch with a 20-foot pole. There's about a difference. You know what I mean?
I
like-
think you touched them.
No, bro. I'm gonna bring up a scenario, bro.
What's up?
It's not even a scenario. This is a true story.
Wait,
So
He's like,
He's
what are you
just
about
like,
to say?
"Hey,
He's like, what are
Spence."
you about to
So-
say?
Get under the bus.
no, she wasn't even that bad. She wasn't even that bad.
Terrible.
Well, no,
Wait,
you were hungry one night, bro.
Oh,
and he-
stop.
and-
dude, this
Bro,
is the second
Stop.
time.
Second time you brought this up. We don't even need to go down this hole again.
That's not.
She lived next to Kyrie.
Stop.
Oh no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't her, bro. It's a different one.
You just love it.
We'll just
He
keep it
just-
more fucked up.
He's hungry,
feel like-
bro.
What happened was, is you forgot your wallet one night and you were like, bro, can I get sick? can I get some sheets with you? And I was like, and I was kind of low on funds too. Is it the same night?
Same story you're talking about.
Yes, exactly. There's only been one, bro. And like the thing is too, Shorty was built like have you ever seen like the one episode of Futurama where the what's it called? It was like the Viking women. They're like 6'4", fucking like just fucking big as hell. Literally, it was like proportional. It was just tall as fuck. Like it was. I literally got mounted by Everest. You feel me?
What?
The
Literally got mounted by Everest. That's quote. That's quotable right there.
That shit's so cool. But everybody smashes one big bitch. Blue face.
Silence from the crowd. What are you gonna say, man?
Dude. Oh my god.
Maybe.
He likes to keep his information disclosed.
Dude,
No
I'm
one knows
trying.
why.
Hey.
Actually, you see me. You woke up too.
Yeah.
You turned over. What's that sound? Oh.
This motherfucker, bro. All right. I'm gonna dive in. I'm not gonna use any names
As you should.
because it's just, I don't want to put that out there like that. But so we go on this double date back in the day, all right, and we're at this girl's house. This girl I was going to see's house, and we're sitting there, and she got a friend. Jeremy's cuddling her. I'm cuddling a chick. We're all in the same bedroom. You know what I mean? So it's like it was literally supposed to be just like, all right, we're just gonna hang out, bullshit, whatever. So I'm sitting there like, and we're like cuddling shit, and we fall asleep, and of course she don't wake up. I'm the one who wakes up because I hear something going on, like right next to me, like the bed. Then there's a floor, bro. And I'm here like, what the fuck is that, bro? So I'm like,
Really? Did you say what the fuck is
well,
that?
no, bro, because I was like, I just woke up, bro. Like I was like literally like wiping my eyes, like
Woke up to your meat
is it?
getting
Like,
glucked.
confused, bro. And I literally turned. And it's not even like 2 feet away. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, Jesus Christ! Like, I was dumbfounded, bro. I couldn't believe it.
Who's getting glucked?
This man.
Me.
Hey,
Me. I literally couldn't believe
been there.
Or fucking 70%
Oh
of
my
woman
God.
views just.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like, dude.
Tanked.
I feel like I'll be honest with you. When you look at like guys and women, you put them on the same playing field in the sense of like, realistically speaking, like women are just as smutty as dudes, and I think realistically it goes hand in hand. I don't think it's
Bro.
anything to do with gender. And I
People
think
are
it's
just
all to do
horny,
with
bro.
just modern day
Yeah, bro.
culture.
People are just horny out here.
No, like, hold up. This is a good point. I really think it has nothing to do with gender. It's specifically just modern day culture. Like, people at our age just want to go out, have fun.
Do you think
live
there's an
their
issue
life.
with that, or?
I
no?
think to the extent to where I think people don't grow out of it. And I think that there's going to be a lot of people that we know and or just in general that literally, like, they're going to be 28, 30 years old doing the same exact shit that they were doing fucking when they were 20.
This
And that's
actually-
negative.
like,
You
this-
think that's
this is
negative?
100%, yeah, because
No.
you don't want to be stagnant.
But at the same time,
But there are a
why?
lot
'Cause
of people
This is
that
a
do
really
that.
good topic.
Because
actually.
when you get
What,
like,
so you're
when
going to
you
be
get a
married by
certain
28,
point-
30? What if you're not?
Yeah,
You're not gonna be
you
doing
don't
the same
have to
thing?
be, but for an example, like, okay, if you're going, like, for me, like, personally, if I'm popping out to local flats and that's my everyday, every week thing, like, that's not, it gets unenjoyable at some point to where it's like, why don't you go travel, go do
Done with
something
it
else?
already,
Like,
bro.
I don't believe that
Like-
this is a new thing. It's just
I agree.
more with social media and
It's more
everything.
public.
More
Yeah.
public.
It's
and,
more public. Yeah.
I will say I feel like there's more partners, but like how it used to be, like there wasn't TV or anything to distract us. All of our fucking grandparents had like 7 kids. Like that's
Swear.
all there was back
No, I
then. It's just
definitely
like for
agree with you on
entertainment.
They weren't looking at their
We're
feet.
fucking.
They were
It's just
fucking-
different. It's just different.
It's just different. Yeah.
I agree. Definitely.
dude, it's
They weren't
just,
scrolling. They were.
and here's the thing, too, and it's like,
They weren't
there's,
scrolling. They were struggling.
like, when it comes to the actual, like,
They were literally scrolling, bro. The kids.
when it
Fucking
comes to the
8 kids
actual
later.
culture and like the atmosphere of it, but yeah, it's like, yeah, it's fun. Like, yeah, that you're 20 years old. Like, go out, have a good time. But like, my whole thing is like, I'm
You can't
saying
go out
like,
at 20.
you can't.
Man. You gotta be 21.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
I'm trying to settle down out here. I don't know about y'all.
No, but like, my whole thing is just like, okay, when you're in high school, you have your hangout spots of where you go, and then you grow out of it to where it's like you get older, more shit opens up, and then you start going out and you do different things. that, like, when you get older, like, you're gonna be doing, your taste changes. You want different things. Like, realistically speaking, like, I don't, yeah, like,
Yeah, no, I was just laughing at Alex taking a picture of you.
I'll be
But
real.
no,
He's on a mission
I'm,
right
I'm,
now.
Like, and I'm ready for like a relationship that someone I can like grow old with right now.
Good for you,
Dude,
man.
Damn, that's awesome.
I'm not.
I'm honestly in the same boat.
I'm not.
I'm already in a relationship that I'm growing old with her, and we're chilling, bro.
I'll be honest with
It's
you.
honestly awesome.
I was in that phase, and then that shit creeped out so quick. My whole thing is just like,
Yours was literally a phase.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
literally,
it was
because
a
it's
phase.
like, okay, preference this. I've been single my entire life. I've never really tried to like force a relationship on myself. Just I said about. Damn it.
Okay, my bad.
So literally,
You had a
like,
cough.
yeah, I've only had one relationship. It lasted about 4 months,
Scratch your
and literally, I kid you not, like, the relationship within itself was cool. I had like just minor issues to why it ended, but my whole thing is just like, for me, like, whenever I was within it compared to out, especially with like what I'm trying to do now, it's just like time wise, like even just doing shit, like, so I don't have to check in with someone every fucking a couple hours. You know what I mean? Like that type of shit. Like, I will take those privileges now while I can. Like, I will cherish them every fucking day. Like, when I could just sit there and not have to worry about someone else, thank God. Thank you. Like,
All right, it's safe to say that you just ain't ready yet.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons.
True.
yeah, like, if
There
you come
definitely
across
is,
the right one, don't let go. That's some real shit. Like, if you, realistically speaking, you see someone that could be the mother of your kids or the father of your kids, take that, cherish that.
So where do you
But-
think you stand, like, nowadays? Like, how do you feel about the crowd or, like, the lineup that you're getting nowadays?
So, what do you mean by that?
Oh,
Are you
man.
talking like rosters, or
This-
are you
this is gonna
talking?
sound bad.
Ross.
I wouldn't even say a roster. I would say just a identified crowd of women, quote unquote, bitches, as Spinelli would say.
in
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
depends. There could be women.
But, well, you said, yeah, there is a difference.
Yeah,
And you do go in between both. So,
yeah.
you know,
I like the bob and weave.
he does bob and weave.
Bob and weave. Bob
So,
and
Yeah.
so what do you think your statistics are of finding someone that you could actually settle down with? Because you've been out there
So,
for a while. So, like, what do you think?
I want you to put this into perspective. When you're talking about life partners and you're actually like sitting there thinking to yourself, like, okay, I want to spend every single day with this person for the rest of my life. That's like going out finding your best friends. Like, you're gonna have 10 for your whole life, to where it's like, these are my ride or die people, and that's like maybe 10.
Some real
So
shit.
realistically speaking, you're talking like, oh, okay, I live in this area. What are the chances of, oh, I meet this person and this happens and this, and it's like, don't limit yourself. Go out in the world, go see some shit, go meet some people, and realistically, like, you'll come across the right one. You track the same energy you pull out. Like,
Yeah.
it's a vibe. Ooh. He said 905 shooter.
You sneaking one out there,
Yeah.
sneaking one out
Trying
there.
to.
But yeah, no, it's like, my whole thing is, I'm not against it. Relationships, hey, if you find someone that makes you happy, fucking take that with you. My whole thing is, don't let a relationship make you like lose your interest. Don't let a
Oh, yeah,
relationship
no.
like take over your life to the aspect of where it's like, if you can't be yourself, then fuck that shit.
There's a lot of people out there who, they do completely close themselves off when they get in relationships and they start becoming someone who they're not. They lose themselves in those other people. And that's where they fall, nothing short of nobody you knew when you started that relationship.
That's
Yeah.
the worst.
You know what I mean? Literally. So you're, a year, whatever, months down the road, and you start forgetting who you are. You're like, oh, I should start doing this again, but I don't have time and stuff. You have to make time for yourself. Because if you can't be you, if you can't be the best you can't be the best you for them.
One of my favorite quotes is, a relationship isn't finding your other half. Because, like, yeah, two halves can make a whole, but it should be two whole people, like, coming together with their own interests and
Yes.
lives.
I have a
and to
question,
make,
Because I've
like,
always heard
something
the two
new.
halves make a whole, but you should never
Yeah.
look at it like that.
Should you go for your opposite, or should you go for the person that you're most similar to?
Oh, nah. Well,
It
Because
depends.
I feel like
Who do you
the
fuck
reason
with?
why I say this is because I feel like when you talk to somebody that's more like, when they're the opposite of you, I feel like you get like different qualities and traits pulled out of you that you probably never even try to look for within yourself, to which that could be the benefits of it. But then I feel like in like the areas to where like you really shine, like I feel like that type of shit goes down. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
it's like, if you find somebody with the same interest, then it's like, realistically speaking, then it's like you two click off. You put all your eggs into those baskets, and then realistically, like, you devote that to that. You know what I mean? and your relationship becomes like fuel to the fire, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's actually how it should be. Two people come together to reach a certain goal for that relationship, though. Yeah. Not for
No,
what
I
that
agree.
one person has. Yeah, so
For
we're
sure.
literally we're speaking the same thing, but
Hey,
yeah, never throw your dreams away to try to live for someone else.
here's my thing. Don't throw your dreams away. Like when it comes to like a lot of like going out and just like taking risks and doing stuff, like yeah, you weigh out your pros and cons to every situation, but still at the end of the day, like if you don't take a jump, how the fuck are you supposed to move forward? Like realistically, everything's
risking-
scary. Like even
risking
like
stuff.
realistically speaking, like us doing this, like okay, we could say something, people take it out of context, clip it, and then realistically speaking, it's like okay, what are we gonna do about it? Nothing, because people can do whatever the fuck they want. But my whole thing is like, okay, like that's the risk you take if you want to be a content creator. But realistically speaking, what's the pros and cons of it? Like
Yeah.
I enjoy doing this. I think it's fun. It's a great hobby, and apart from that, like I could see myself actually making a career out of it. So it's like, okay, fuck them people. I'm gonna have fun with it. People, if they know me, they know me. They're gonna vibe out.
As you should. I mean, no, not everyone's gonna love you.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you're always gonna have haters.
Hashtag top G's.
Hear me out, especially.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Literally.
Clip that.
Okay. Oh man.
Dude, those like, and you know what's crazy though? Like for me personally, like I'll go out and I'll see girls, and it's like, you know how like back in 2016 people were like real like political, to where it's like you would literally have people being like, oh, like who are you voting for? It's like, bitch, I'm 16, I'm not voting, but like like I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? But like I kid you not, like fast forward now, it's like, oh, okay, people are like, there was this one girl, she walked up to me and she was just like, oh, like, do you like Andrew Tate? And
Every time.
and literally I straight up told her, I'm just like, I'll be honest with you, like I used to watch a lot of YouTube. I don't really watch YouTube all that much. I know the guy. I think he says funny shit.
I just had.
Do I support the guy? Like, okay, like one thing he said that she like literally mentioned to me was like, he was like, oh, like, oh, honey, like if you're on my jet, like take a seat. And then the interviewer asked him like, oh, like what happens if you're on like Kylie Jenner's jet? And he's like, well, then I would say like, babe, then take a seat. Like this is my jet. Like this is ours. And it's like dude's like literally joking, like he's laughing while he's saying it. And it's like people like take that as like a dead serious comment.
He's doing that stuff
For attention too, to boot.
for attention. But I just got in a debate. I think it was last week with this chick, and we were pretty much talking about. She was like, "Do you like Andrew Tate?" And I was like, some of the stuff he says, you can't go off not liking or liking somebody. You should look at all aspects. You should see everything they say, because I'm the type of person that takes the good out of somebody and not all the bad. You're not gonna say something to me that's fucked up and I'm gonna hate you, not like you, not listen, because I might learn something from you. If I shut off everyone's opinion because I don't believe in it, there's a chance that I might not be able to open up and learn something. That could be a value life lesson that I could learn off anybody. This could be anybody. So if you instantly shut someone out for something you didn't like they said, in that next sentence, they could have said something to you that really connected and you could have learned. But instead, you were too hard-headed and closed-minded to actually open up and understand that, take it in, evaluate it, and then...
You know what this really
Bring
gives
on
me
board.
vibes of? Like, when you look at, like, politics, for an example, it's fucking crazy because literally, like, okay, now it's at the point when you look at, like, candidates actually, like have their discussions, it's literally them just trying to take shots at each other compared to them actually making points, to where it's, like, realistically speaking, politics in general is just opinions of how shit runs, to where it's, like, realistically speaking, okay, you can be verified for both sides for having a fucking opinion. It just literally comes down to how stuff operates, to where it's like, okay.
Can I challenge you on that point real
Yeah.
quick? And this is something I'd love to get Jeremy's position on as
okay.
well.
Go on.
I have to lean back for this one.
You know, I don't think that that's the truth when it comes to politics. I think politics can best be described as, yes, very opinion-based, but also the efficacy in which the solutions that are proposed operate on.
On statistics.
No. So by efficacy, I mean the actual value and impact that the solutions can have. And this is something that changes. And I went to school for economics, so I'm very much tied into an understanding of how certain governmental programs and political, viewpoints can affect the state of how people live in our country, because I understand money and economics. But at the same time, there's a whole different side to politics, which is societal impact. And like Jeremy, I listen to all the interviews. I listen to all the woke and broke stuff.
Appreciate that.
And I very much listen to what you say because I sympathize with what you say, which is, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, I think you have a viewpoint that is very sympathetic. And I think you understand that there are people that very much struggle in this world. And It's not fair. And I agree with you on that point. It is not fair with how much people struggle. And with the way our system is set up, it makes it hard to get to where you want to be. And I'd agree with that. But I think some things that I hear, not just from you, but from a lot of people recently, is that they have a fundamental misunderstanding that there is two different sides to politics, in the fact that one is very much practical and implemented in the form of economics, and the other is completely societal. So I think the government does a really bad thing the government in the United States is doing recently is trying to treat societal problems as a governmental and political issue, when that's just not the case, because social norms are not something that are changed by a law. Abortion is not something that is changed through laws. If someone wants to have an abortion, dude, I don't care if you go to Texas or any of these states that are entirely against it, they're gonna get it. They'll just leave. And that's something that it really irks me, because you can put as many laws as you want in place. Guess what, dude? It's still illegal to kill someone. It's still illegal to sell drugs. People are still going to do these things. And that's not how you thwart the actual action that you're trying to go against. It's about cultural and social change. And I think that people confuse politics and government action with actual social change. And there's different ways that you can work around both of those things. So like, this long-winded point is me just saying that I don't think that it's about just opinions. I think it's about solutions and providing the right solutions to people.
I completely agree. I'll try to start from the beginning and
it was long-winded. My bad.
Answer back.
My bad.
I'm definitely very empathetic, especially from the town that I grew up in, to just having several breakthroughs and just meditation and on the world's problems and solutions in America and
Before you go, can you tell me as well as whoever's listening a little bit about that? Because I know you, obviously, we've hung out a good amount of times, but I'd like to hear a little bit of the background, what that town was like in your life.
Relatively small, I'd say. Everyone in town knew each other. There's probably less than 100, 150 in graduating classes each year. Probably way less now, but the mill closed down. Everyone was just kind of backwoods West Virginia almost kind of deal. It's only 45 minutes away from Pittsburgh, so not too backwoods, but there's just nothing to really do around there, extracurricular wise. So a lot of the kids are always gonna either get into drugs, alcohol, doing some dumb bad shit. I feel there needs to be more opportunities in these small local towns and establishments. But no, I'm very empathetical to just all these the causes really, and a humanitarian aspect. It's just none of us are really want or asked to be born, but I feel we should definitely meet people's needs and give them a chance to really succeed in this world. I know I've talked to a couple people. I was talking to one girl from Norway. They have a mixed economy there where it's a strong middle class and a lot of social programs for the lower class. And I feel here in America we don't invest enough into those lower classes, and we've seen our wealth from the 70s just, instead of trickle down, it stays at the top being kept there. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna just.
But.
And I'd
tough.
agree. I want you to know, and I want you to go next. I'm not gonna interrupt you here. I agree with you. I think where the disconnect comes is in how we fix that and what the underlying issue is. But Gumpher, I don't want to interrupt. So please, what you got to say?
Economically speaking, about how people that are from areas of poverty, how they come up is, and how it's set up in the government is, welfare, if nobody knows this, is a legitimate trap. They feed you only a certain amount. If you get a job and you start making money, they take the welfare off you, so then you're stuck in, you're stuck trying to find your own way, build your own company.
And you have to settle for these lower income jobs,
And you have
too.
to settle for these lower income jobs because if you make a certain amount, they kick you off. There's no actual establishment of where they can move you forward through that. There isn't. It's literally made to keep you in the same spot. That's what it is. And it's fucked up because a lot of people are pissed off because, I pay taxes to these people and these people live in these areas and this and that. I can't believe, all my tax dollars are going towards these people so they can live off me. At the same time, we're all stuck in the exact same loop because they can't get out either. It's very hard to get out of that. If it wasn't for a little background for me and my family, before my dad started the company and me and my brothers started working there, we were on welfare. We lived in North Braddock. Our house was $7,000. You know what I mean? House with no walls. If that company never took off, if he didn't work his ass off, if we all didn't, have to pull through and do that, if we failed, we were fucked. You know what I mean?
It's like an all or nothing type of.
It's an all or nothing type
and
deal.
that's what I mean too. Like earlier on when I was talking about like taking leaps and shit. Like when your dad did that, like I remember he actually told me the story behind it, and like that's some shit to where like I really think to myself like, damn, like he really put his neck out there and like that shit came back to really benefit him. Like that, you know what I mean?
But
that's the dream though.
But in the end, there should be stuff in place that actually helps people who want to get out of those situations to get farther. I do agree with that.
You know what's crazy though? I feel like to some extent there's always that disconnect to where I feel like a lot of the issues that come down to where it's like, community based, it literally comes down to within its community to where it's like there's a lot of times to like you'll see events thrown at like in Wilkinsburg or wherever the fuck, and then it's like, okay, a shooting happens, no one throws another event there, and then it's like, well, why isn't shit happening and why is shit getting boring? It's like because like literally it's like taking your fucking privileges from a kid in school. It's like if you get caught swearing, guess what? You're gonna go sit in a corner by yourself. Congrats, you're by yourself. Like, you know what I mean?
I will say to Alex, it is like a very complex situation of like all these different problems like compounding on each other, like with the rise in homelessness in America and different big cities and everything. It's hard to be a homeless person because like once you lose your house and you can't afford an apartment, can't afford rent and all this stuff, you don't have an address for anywhere to like be sent mail
Job
to
applications.
Yeah.
job
You don't have a cell phone
applications.
to sign up or.
And one thing that I wanted to say, which is really relevant to I think everything we've talked about, is one thing that really makes me angry about this country and social media and the internet and just people in general, our culture here in the United States, is that people disagree so often they don't even know what they're talking about. Our disagreement is not on the fact that homelessness is an issue.
No,
I agree with that 100%, and I feel very bad for the people that are homeless, and I've seen it firsthand, dude. I've been to
Right.
San Francisco, I've been to Colorado, New York City, Miami, LA. Like, I've been where the homelessness is the worst that it can be in this
Right.
country. And I see it and I know it's an issue. And the shit that pisses me off is not that people aren't solving it. It's not that people are trying to solve it. That's not what I'm mad. What I'm mad about is people aren't putting the right programs in place.
Right.
And I speak to this as someone who understands programs and governmental programs and business, which on a large scale, maybe it can't solve homelessness, but it can solve it 65%.
Right.
And right now we're at about 18%. And the thing that makes me angry is the solution is not taxing people 15% more or 30% more or 40% more so we can make up for those extra percents. The solution is a better allocation of how we divvy up the funds in this country. And it's a better way of running this country, and that just is a whole nother conversation of how the government, is messing things up. But it's really, I think the division in this country has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with political beliefs. It has to do with people that don't understand that the things that they're arguing about, at the end of the day, the government is never going to solve. They're not going to put a program in place that solves these things that you and your ex-best friend used to fight about, and now you don't get along with at all.
Because of that.
That's just not how this works. This is a society. The United States is a 330 million community that we're not going to solve something with by putting in place something that pays you $650 a month to live off of and buy groceries. It's economically and societally impossible to do.
And actually, the price raises coming up.
No, yeah.
Sorry, that's
Not
just
yet.
also just pitching on that. It's making it damn near impossible. But go ahead.
But no, I completely agree with you. There's nothing I was disagreeing. I was just kind of transitioning / bring up like another problem and like subject here, because I seen there's a lady was talking about it on. She posted a video on Reddit. She was like homeless, and she was from New York.
I love Reddit.
Dude, it's amazing.
I've been on it so much recently, bro.
But she was talking about it, and it's just like all these homeless people that are living in a shelter. They're even like disabled veterans and like
That's fucked.
people
They
that
shouldn't
are
be there.
handicapped, and it's just like
They should not
They-
fucking be there.
literally can't afford to get a place, especially with how the housing
And that
market is
pisses
right
me
now,
off.
and how all these corporations are buying up like all the housing, and that's another problem on itself. But yeah, and then going
I don't
into
think you
homeless
should put the corporations at fault. I will challenge you on that point.
outside corporations, like China.
Foreign
Foreign,
investment.
foreign.
I could see where your issue comes there.
Okay.
That is an actual issue.
But at the same time, we dive then into a conversation of, well, the United States wouldn't be here without China.
They make everything.
And all of the things, all of this equipment, all of the hardware, that laptop
Right.
that you've got in front of you,
This mic.
it doesn't exist without them. And it's like, where do the trade-offs end, right?
But wouldn't it? We just kind of outsourced all of our work to China to make
Yeah.
all the stuff a little
And
cheaper.
it's fucked. It's been
No,
going on for
it's-
way too long, and it has
absolutely.
damaged the United States workforce.
I feel like if we've definitely based most of our stuff here and made it like American made,
It's fucked. It sucks, though.
It sucks.
American-made shit sucks.
We had someone in office who was trying to make everything come back to the homeland for infrastructure. Not even gonna say his name.
But last
You know,
thing
you know,
on
we know who he is.
last thing on homelessness too is just like, so you do manage to get a job, and I think it's like 40% of homeless people do. She said have a job, but it's just like you don't have a place to wash your clothes. You don't have a place to shower, and it's just like how like no job wants to like keep like smelly people around if you're like working like with food or something. So it's like sanitation is an issue too.
It's just
No,
so
it is.
fucked because if
It
you
is
don't
fucked.
have a phone, where's your alarm clock? Like, you know what I mean? It's just the simple
You know,
basic
man-
stuff that we get every day.
One thing that I fucked up on, and I sometimes fuck up on in this conversation, is I will shit on California a lot. I'll sit here and shit on California all day about how fucked up that fucking place is. But I will sit here and tell you that they do have programs in place, man. Like,
No, they do.
I've been there and I've stayed there for extended periods of time, and I've seen in person programs being offered to people, and they do not take them because of the liberties that other programs have given them to be able to just fuck off. And that's not me saying that that's what everyone does, or even
Right,
that that's
right.
the majority. It's just me saying that I've seen the inefficiencies of the government programs firsthand, and that's what fucks with me around how we actually solve this problem. There's got to be another way, and I'm just naturally someone who tries to think outside of the box, and I think that we've got it fucked. But
Definitely
anyways,
finding
6ix9ine got his ass
solutions
beat, dude.
to old problems.
yeah,
Can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
When do you think the death of actual conversation started?
The death.
Ooh, no. This is actually a super interesting topic, and it's a good theory actually. So it's like it's that I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like the atmosphere of like getting into a conversation, like really, trying to be one with the people and ask questions about the world around you.
Yeah.
But the world around you is so caught up, politically and all this bullshit. It's like the actual conversation that you want to have, that actual human connection that you want to have with people, cannot be related to because something just fucking gets in the way, and it's always something that's just out of our hands.
SoundCloud.
Like
SoundCloud.
the
Low
craziest thing,
Vert 2016.
Oh my god.
That
dude.
social media era, I think that's what killed it.
dude. Like I'll be honest with you, I like even when you look at it beforehand, like even in the earlier 2000s, like I think that's when it really started to where it's like okay, like just in like pop culture, you literally see like, what's it called? Like okay, like Eminem for an example, he was vulgar as fuck. Like he literally was getting canceled on a weekly basis for calling out celebrities
God,
and this
yeah.
and that.
Eminem
And
was
it's like you look how watered down everything became from that compared to like when I mean watered down, like for an example, you look at like Mobb Deep and all these other people, like they're literally telling you stories of like how boys are getting murdered, and now it's just like now when dudes do it, like they're just on some shit to where either they're about it or they're not. And it's like in this society, you can't really tell unless like it happens. And my thing is just like, okay, with all that, I just think like when it comes down to the actual culture within itself, I feel like the actual like conversations died whenever people just stopped listening. Like,
So what do you mean by death of conversations to our viewers? Or
I'm
to
saying
our
like for an
listeners?
example, like this immediate second, like you hear someone likes like a different team from you, or like just on like just the sport aspect. Typically, people are like, "Oh yeah, boo, fuck you," like they bust your balls a little bit. What really is starting to happen, and what I'm actually talking about, is like when it comes down to like beliefs and comes down to like religion and like all these like things that actually make up like your actual person, who you identify as a person, like every conversation becomes closed-minded. People just like don't want to listen because either everybody's right, and at the same time everybody just wants to just have this imagination of how the world works, to where it's like if you sat down and just listened to someone for 5-10 minutes, it's realistically speaking you might have a different outlook on how you look at life.
Being open-minded, yeah.
Like every single day, like okay, like for an example, I smoke. Like it's my bad habit, realistically speaking. It'll be my downfall. But I kid you not, like my dad, like every morning, like he'll wake up, he'll tell me there's no better high in life than waking up happy and healthy. And like realistically speaking, he's 100% right. But at the same time, it's like whenever I do smoke, like, you know, I take that responsibility on myself, to where it's like I know I'm damaging myself, but at the same time, like I'm closed-minded off in that aspect, where it's like I listen to him and I stay back from it as much as I can. But at the same time, it's like I'm young, I can get away with it a little bit. I want to enjoy it a little bit. You feel me?
No, I agree. People, their minds have become more concrete. They won't accept new information if you give it to them, and they don't accept new ways of life, or they're only in their own minds thinking of like, this is how it is. It's either my way or the highway kind of deal.
Yeah,
Right,
like
yeah.
literally, my buddy Lewis, like he travels all around the fucking United States, and he's about to make a little Europe tour soon. But like he comes across like so many different people from all these different walks of life. Shout out Big Lou. I kid you not, like it's crazy to me. Like, dude, literally, like he'll go out and he met these Indians on this Indian reservation, and like there's like hot springs and shit like that. Like that's the reason why he was there. And he goes into this hot spring, and immediately like when they see him, like these dudes, like at first like they were kind of being a little bit more shy, like didn't want to really talk to him. And then like Lewis, like he's social as fuck. Like when you see Lewis, like Lewis will talk to you. He's not afraid to say how he feels. Like he's one of the realest motherfuckers because of that. And like literally he chops it up with these people. He starts bullshitting with them. Like just starts asking them about the land and shit. Like, oh, like are you from here? This, that, and the third. These people end up really fucking liking him. They're like, yeah, no, like most people we come across that are just around, like they're just assholes. They look at us a certain way, this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's like, when did people stop getting judged based off their individuality compared to like what they're actually grouped with? Because you could have a Republican that's a very nice person. You could have a Republican that's a scumball, but you could have that on the same exact side. So just, hey, oh, you're slimy because of this. It's like, realistically speaking, you're just an idiot. Unless it's like, okay, there's something actually being talked about specifically.
So, this is literally just I would say, Spinelli calls this a hot take. This is a hot take on this. So, if you want to find out if someone is closed-minded or open-minded, ask them what kind of music they like. And if they only like one genre, the chances of them being closed-minded are very high. When you're able to listen to multiple genres of music and vibe out to it, I've learned that those people tend to be open-minded.
Yeah. And it's like, bro, like you could think about this on so many different aspects, to where it's like, okay, like me for music, for an example, I don't want to just be a rapper. I don't want to just be a singer. I want to be an artist. I want to make like, okay, like I want to fuck around. I want to make rap. I want to sing. I want to make R&B. I want to make reggaeton. But like also too, like I want to make like a country song, just fucking around, like just
Post
doing some
Malone
shit
has
to
his
where
own style.
Yeah, and my whole thing is like the reason being of it is like you look at your best artists. They all dived into different categories. They labeled themselves as an artist compared to actually just being like, oh, you're this, you're this. Like, realistically speaking, it's like those people became individuals because of it. You know what I mean?
Can I make this positive? Go into a positive route here.
Yeah.
Isn't it just incredible how we are capable of that we have the potential to be whatever we fucking want. Why limit ourselves to one genre of music? Why
Exactly.
limit ourselves to one sport, one activity?
I like that.
Hey,
Why
Jackie
one way of
Robinson.
thinking?
Wait,
Why one way of thinking?
Why one way of thinking?
play 2 sports.
Huh?
Jackie Robinson.
That was no,
Bo
that
Jackson.
was
There's a lot of
Bo
people.
Jackson.
Oh
Bo
yeah, no,
fucking
wait,
Jackson.
hold up, I'm tripping.
Bo
Wait, no,
Jackson.
He was
there's
a
Michael
beast,
Jordan.
too, bro.
no, there's
Michael
another.
Jordan went
no,
from
I'm thinking
basketball
of
to baseball.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Bo Jackson.
No, wait.
Both.
Michael Jordan played baseball.
No,
too.
there's a dude who played in the NFL, but he actually played in the MLB too, and he actually scored a touchdown the same week that he hit a home run. I
It
forget
was
the.
Bo
Bo
Jackson.
Jackson.
It was literally Bo Jackson.
the way he ended at the end, where he said
It was Bo Jackson. I kid you not.
every time this man.
By the way,
every
hey,
word, bro.
just for the people
He's
out
a
there,
goat.
just so
I'm
you
with
guys
you.
can know a little bit more about me, I'm a person, I'm amazing with faces, but when it comes to names, I am a blank
if he
slip.
seen
Dude,
Bo
I
Jackson,
can't remember.
he would
Like,
He'd be like, it was him. Yeah, he hit the home run and scored the touchdown.
that fucking.
Like, unless I see you on a day-to-day basis or you're a day-to-day figure in my life, I'm
What's my
sorry,
name,
but
bro?
it's literally out.
What's my name? But
He said, "Bro,
yeah, no, even like different ways of thinking.
Yeah.
There's like lucid ways, and then there's just like you can only
Drunk
be
ways, yeah.
drunk ways. I think it's just like
Psychedelic ways?
a one-track minded, yeah, like lucid, like really encompassing like all different ways and being able to see the point of view of the other person's side. I feel like it's very important.
I agree. I think there's not enough of that.
There is.
No.
Also, too, I feel like people are just scared to have the conversations because they're afraid if they might offend somebody else. To where it's like, realistically speaking, if you offend somebody trying to learn something, what the fuck? Like you know what I mean? That's how shit gets learned.
They don't even try to learn anything else. Like, you'll try to talk to them.
Yeah, that's
and
what I mean about,
If
like-
you say something that they first don't agree with, and like I was saying earlier, like if they were like, "Oh, you didn't agree with that first thing, so fuck you," like you could learn. You might learn something.
Yeah. Honestly.
Open them ears up. Let's go.
And I find, man, a lot of the people that make presumptions about people and are prejudiced in a lot of ways are the same people that have failed to actually open their minds up to other people having different experiences as them. You know, like people that judge you by the way you look are those that haven't met enough people in their lives that have had unique experiences that are different from that of the mainstream opinion to
Right.
say, like, you know,
So true.
myself, I've been to a lot of different schools. I've lived in low income communities, and I've gone places where people don't assume that of me when they look at me, and I think that's just a testament to it being wrong. You know, I think there are people out there that have this perception of the world that is, if you look this way, you are this
You
way.
must be that way.
And that sits so ill with me because every single person that I meet in this life, I try to treat individually. Every day I wake up, I have a reminder on my phone, as a matter of fact, that says, be an individualist. Every single person and experience and scenario that you come across in your life is individual of that moment.
Dude.
And I hate when people don't take that approach on life because I think it's incredibly damaging to the way that you experience people, scenarios, and ideas.
There's two sides to every coin toss, and I'm gonna go into even back to the people being homeless and all that. So just a perspective on that. If you see a homeless man in the street, you think, oh man, he hasn't, this guy, he's homeless, doesn't have nothing, like the usual what people would think. It's not what I would think, but a lot of people are like, he doesn't have nothing, this and that, goes off the deep end. If you put that same guy out in the middle of the woods, he would be an explorer. He'd be a wild man in the woods enjoying his life. He'd be living off the land. That's a perspective.
Live off the land.
That's literally what that would be.
Big Lou.
Say definitely don't
Big
judge a
Lou.
book by its cover.
You know what's actually
I learned
crazy
that
to
from a
me?
movie.
This
Into
act,
the Wild.
this kind
It's a great
of
movie. I
makes
read the
me
book, too.
actually think. You know, like, okay, like circumstances, like shit happens. You like there's shit that's uncontrollable, and there's shit that is controllable based off your actions. And like, like one thing is like there was like a panhandler outside of like Sam's Club out in Monroeville.
What?
And the dude, this is way back in the day, like 2013.
I would have never expected to hear that.
Yeah.
listen,
what
this is
word was that?
A
again?
panhandler.
What is that?
Like a dude who just like begs for money. He sits outside. He's homeless.
Okay,
But
I'm not familiar.
I would never.
Yeah,
knew
I
that
never
was,
would have
bro.
called them that.
Thank
but-
you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Look, the more you know. Look at me
I might
teaching
test that
words.
out.
Teach.
I might test that out
Hey.
next weekend at the bar, man.
Dude,
Bitches is
but
panhandling out here, man.
Head movement.
Trying to fucking take my
next
money
time a
from
girl asks
me
you for a
and shit,
shot,
man.
next time somebody asks you for a drink, be like, "Are you a panhandler?"
Panhandling,
Hey,
big
yo.
fool.
Yeah, shoo, you panhandler.
Make it derogatory.
Panhandling ass bitch on my phone.
Hey,
You're learning.
and then there's a, but so this dude, like, I kid you not, like, he would literally sit outside of this place for the time, like, the place would open to close, and literally, I kid you not, he would disappear, and people used to think, like, oh, he lived under the bridge that was right there, and no, like, this dude, like, eventually, one day, somebody got curious, and they followed his ass, and he ended up going back to, like, a $80,000 vehicle. He ended up going back to a house with family,
The
kids,
hustle.
and then, like, it's wild because that dude was just in a spot to where, like, he knew he could make money and do that. And then you see, like,
People got
actual
money if
people-
they're going to Sam's Club, bro.
Well, here's the thing. Then after that, then it's like you see people that will be on
Buying
the
in
street,
bulk.
and it's like, okay, you could either see the disability or it's like you can't see the circumstances that happen, but then there's people that are actually down and out. And I feel like the credibility is lost in it because it's like you don't know who's who, and you're just going based off of just how you feel in the moment when you give. And that's why, like, I feel like when it comes to, like, helping homeless people and all that shit, like, it really just, like, if people were just happier, I feel like fucking people would just do more nice things. It's like a triggering effect. Like, be a positive influence, you'll see a positive influence. Like, you attract the energy that you give out. I preach that shit. love
I
it.
agree.
Like, literally, that's why I next to you guys.
It's kind of fucked up that he would beg for money and then go back to a home.
Yeah, no, and the craziest
And
part was,
that
like...
energy is gonna follow him though. It's just like
Yeah, no, like, think about this realistically speaking. Like, okay, that's a situation where this dude did that for how long? And then it's like, you see other stories that blow up on YouTube, the news, and all this other shit to where it's like, damn, like, okay. Then you get that perception in your mind to where, like, okay, all these people are just trying to make money. And then you see these other people that go out and they're making, like, $3 a day because they're actually fucked up, like, trying to walk up to cars holding a fucking 2x2 sign. Like, you know what I mean?
Have you guys met the $10 woman in Southside?
dude,
$10
fucking
woman?
got me.
Have you guys met the $10 woman in Southside?
No, I've not. Introduced me to this.
So she seems to be spawning everywhere for me. Well,
Spawning.
Ice Spice?
No, Will,
no,
her
no.
too. Dude, Ice Spice. I seen her at Sheets, and Spinelli met her, and he was like, "My bro just met you," and I sent him a picture that I
Oh,
was
bro,
with
I
her.
met
Oh
her
my
too.
god.
Did you not hear about mine?
The Pittsburgh Ice Spice. Nah, fill me in.
Dude, when I walked by that day, she was like, "Ooh, you look good as hell." It's like, I appreciate you.
No,
he does, man.
The craziest part is whenever so I was at the bar for St. Patty's. I was getting ready to go leave just to go smoke just for a little bit, pop
my
out,
God.
pop in action.
This video.
And literally
Please cut the video in, bro. Oh my.
the friend, I kid you not, we can cut this video.
I'm
and
talking
this
about
is
Ice
fun-
Spice.
So what happened was so my friend literally brings me into this car and she's like, yeah, we're about to go smoke with these two girls. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I literally hop in this car and the second I sit down in this car, I look forward and immediately I see this girl's afro and I'm like, hey, yo. I'm like, you look familiar. I'm like, has anybody ever said you look like Ice Spice? And then she goes, yeah. And then literally I was like, did you see by chance this person? And I was like, this is my boy Gumph. And I was, I showed her a picture of Gumph, and she was like, oh my God, he walked up to me at a Sheets and said, can I get a picture with you? You look like Ice Spice. And I was like, hey, yo, that's hype. I'm literally smoking a blunt with Ice Spice. Can I get a video? Fast forward, I start taking the video. She starts, I'll
She
fucking
loved it.
throw it up in somewhere.
Oh, we will. Yeah, my picture will be up here somewhere, and then the video will be up there somewhere. Or
Yeah, no, that shit's funny as hell.
I'm just saying, I was actually with Ice Spice at one point in my life.
Like the Ice Spice?
Yeah, actual Ice Spice. Yeah.
Where at, man?
Yeah,
That's
bro,
very clever.
fucking New York City, bro.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah, bro, right up in New York City, New York
Did-
Fashion Week.
Did she call you a munch?
I was like, I'm a munch. I'm in the club, bro. You couldn't hear anything. I'm screaming from the other side. She's like, call security. What's that white guy doing?
he was there getting sturdy. He was like,
I'm
munch,
getting
baby."
sturdy over in the corner like, I'm a munch.
I'll be honest with you. If you okay, can I keep it a buck? If you're a single guy, you're walking down the road, you see Ice Spice coming across you.
Dude, I'm going. Never mind.
What's your opening line for Ice Spice?
He's going.
He said, "Bro, my opening line, feral." No, I'm kidding. Dude,
Yo, Firewater, what up?
Yo,
What?
yeah. What would be the pickup line for her? We all know who Ice
I'll be
Spice
honest.
looks like. Like, what would be the first thing? Like, if you could pick out like a,
I'll be honest with you. That's tough. If I'm actually trying to finesse, I'll walk up and probably hit her with the love at first sight little pickup line.
What is that?
So
Let us know.
I'll literally walk
Give
up
out
to
the
someone and I'll,
So stare into the camera while you do it.
oh my bad. I'm so
I'm
used
gonna
to
zoom
bullshitting
in.
with people. I don't even look at the camera too much. But yeah, fucking literally a good pickup line is you walk up to someone and be like, I don't believe in love at first sight at all, but you make one hell of an argument. And when you say that, you watch the reaction.
Bro, I just heard the voice. His voice changed.
It did.
Yeah, the frequency Riz, just fucking.
The suaveness is starting to come out.
Suave Sphinx.
Swabby Spink. Dude. But that's a good one. Yeah, no.
Pickup lines are tough.
What if I walked up like, hey, I'm trying to eat some Cheeto Puffs? Just
Girl, you
straight
looking
up.
like a cheese puff. Let me get that. Say anything you want. I mean, I wouldn't even call her a cheese puff. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I don't really find her too
Corn
attractive. Like
puff?
she's not. It's not that she isn't pretty. She's just not my type whatsoever.
Not my type.
Yeah, like
Couldn't be it.
it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I could use an Ice Spice feature, but do I want to feature her in the crib? I don't think.
Damn.
I might have to pull a Drake. Might have to hit her with the refollow on the gram though after she sees this.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding. Oh shit.
So you're not a munch.
Have you guys ever
I'm
been
not
offered
really
a shot
much,
and
no.
didn't take it?
What do you mean, like a shot
Yes.
of-
Tequila.
Tequila? Yeah.
Dude, we have somebody we know. We have a friend, TT,
Oh,
who's
God.
tequila warrior.
Goddamn.
I know TT.
She
TT's
is.
the tequila warrior.
Bro. Well, she's the Southside warrior, but she could.
Shout out TT.
Tequila is in her veins.
Bro, I
It's
went
just there.
I went to Mexico one time and I stayed there for 7 days and it was an all-inclusive trip. I'm not joking. Like, you guys like actually might think I'm fucking with you or like this is an exaggeration. I drank tequila at every single meal
Despicable.
between 9 a.m. on the day we got there and like the second we left for the airport.
Were they like big glasses?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. I wasn't
Oh.
sparing.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was like you're familiar with the term bender
Yeah.
on the highest level possible
Who's bent?
Oh, wait, hold
on
up.
tequila the
You
entire
have.
time.
I'm so
bro.
sorry.
He
but
became
you
an
have
acute
to-
angle.
You have to tell him the story. You have, bro. I'm sorry, but this is like
Oh,
this is
shit.
some G shit. Like, just listen,
Oh,
please.
shit.
This is amazing.
I was in Mexico.
Get ready to clip this.
I'm in Tulum. You know what they call Tulum? Like on a grand global scale, like people all around the world, not just in the
fill me in,
U.S.
man.
People call that the Instagram model capital of the world. So like this area, it has these jungles and these beaches that are right up against each other that make for the best Instagram pictures in the world. Literally, like people go here just to take pics. Like it's gorgeous, man. And this is right in the middle of the pandemic, so like I'm not gonna try and flex like I'm like really balling like that. But like it was cheap. So like I went out there, all expenses paid. One fee, drinks, food, flight, stay, all in one. I'm turned. Now, I will say, it was cheap enough to where I bought a bottle every night. Like, and in Mexico, man, if you guys don't know, like, the dollar goes a long way. At least when, back then, this is a couple years ago. Dollar went a long way. So I'm buying a bottle every night. And there's this club that's right on the resort that I'm at that's crazy, popping. Like, I met a producer from OVO there. Bunch of like famous people where I'm at. I'm saying this nice ass place, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm with like 15 people. I'm just like vibing, having a great time. Shouts to all the people I went to Mexico with.
Big Bob.
Swear, Bobby was there. Swear.
I was back.
And this one night I went to the club, man, and I'm having fun, and I had met some people, and I bought some stuff to smoke on the beach. And I had a bunch of it back at my place, like in my room. I'm at the club. I'm having a great time. I'm wearing white pants, so I'm in that mode. And
It's the fucking zone.
I'm dancing, bro, and like they don't really see too many. Like there are people that have red hair in Mexico, like Canelo's from Mexico. It's not like red hair is like an anomaly in Mexico, but like there just aren't a lot of people that look like
But
me.
Canelo's still unique when it
Yeah,
comes to that.
there's not a lot of people that look like me or talk like me in Mexico. So, like when I would meet these Mexican chicks, like they loved me, bro. Like loved me immediately, and I met a lot of them this one night, man. And long story short, I'll just like cut out, spare the details. I brought 13 Mexican women back to my room.
That's a lucky number.
And I swear to God, it was 13, bro. It was me, and I was sitting on the deck. The deck was no bigger than like our table here, and I was sitting in one chair in the middle, like in between you two guys, and there were 13 Latina big booty women. Women.
Bitches.
Muy bonita, muy bonito.
bonita.
Un poquito español, muy bonito. Very beautiful. All of these women, they were gorgeous, and I brought them back to my place, and
Mucho fiesta.
mucho fiesta, bro. It was awesome.
then
I had the
siesta.
time of my life, bro.
Hey,
And I'm just saying, go to fucking Mexico, man.
can I just?
I'm just telling you guys to go to
When
Mexico.
are we going, bro?
I want you to. The best part is when I first heard.
road trip.
Dude,
Mexico.
fuck yeah.
Pot in Mexico?
Pod in Mexico.
Pod in Tulum.
These mics are
Mini
portable,
mics.
motherfucker. They
Hey,
will go
listen
We
anywhere.
all
here.
learn Spanish. Go to Mexico, dude.
Share
You
out
don't need to
the-
learn it,
our
bro.
Spotify.
Poquito español, just a little español, all you need, bro.
Share out the podcast to Spotify so we can all go to Tulum.
Please.
Fucking
Facts.
throw a little podcast out there.
Dude.
Actually,
Live stream it for y'all.
I'm gonna do what a lot of girls do. I'm gonna put my Venmo in there.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
Cash
you
App.
know.
Fund my whole trip, please.
Please.
buy my drinks.
But seriously, you should.
Go visit our Patreon in the link below.
But
Go fund me.
Tips are welcome. We're actually all
Welcome, bro.
What is that? Panholders?
Yeah, let's go
Panhandle.
panhandle.
Panhandle. Let's go
Bro, I
panhandle.
really never heard of that.
dude, but
It's
you know
not,
what's
no, I've heard of it, but
I've heard of it, but never knew. Yeah.
By the
what
way,
fuck?
I just want to say the first time that I actually heard the story and he told me it, I heard the other end of the story to where the person that he roomed with,
Yeah.
our friend Bob, I kid you not, he's like, I went back to the place and like I just see a room full of Latina women and he's like, there's literally 20 of them. And like I literally heard this and I was like,
It was
there's
awesome.
no way this happened. I call up Alex and Alex is literally just laughing. He's like, yeah. And then he tells me the whole story and I'm just like, dude, why the fuck didn't I come to Cancun?
Bro, it was fucking awesome, man. Like, I can't even explain to you guys how awesome it was. Like, you just had to be there. Like, I felt like, yeah, it was just awesome, man. I can't
What
put
time
into
are we
words.
About an hour and a half.
Closing in.
We ready to go?
I don't know. What are we trying to do?
We can kick it.
Go to Mexico.
Hey,
We're ready to
Mexico.
go. Like, let's go.
All right.
So before we kick it off,
He's trying to go to Mad Mex.
I want you to tune in and subscribe for next week. We have adult dancers that are at a local nightclub in Pittsburgh, and they're going to talk about their experiences on this podcast.
Wait.
So tune in and subscribe.
I'll be there after.
That's how you.
Absolutely. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, all you beautiful people out there.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for
Hey.
listening.
Have a good night.
Subscribe.
Stay beautiful.